Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the biggest and baddest Trijicon ACOGs on the market. This is the Trijicon ACOG 6x48, so let's take a closer look. This is without a doubt an incredible scope. This thing is as tough as nails. It's been drop tested, it's waterproof down to 500 feet. They've tested it on everything from a 22 all the way up to 50 BMG, machine guns, 240s, everything in between, and this thing will pretty much hold up to anything that you throw at it. So it's virtually bomb-proof. This thing is a really nice piece of glass, and it shows in the price. This is not a cheap optic by any means, but this is one of those optics where you get what you pay for. Now, this was sent to the channel by Optics Planet. They're a huge supporter of the channel. Honestly, if it wasn't for them, there's no way I could do half the reviews that I do, so I want to thank Optics Planet very much. I do have a discount code over on my website, which is thedailyshooter.com. If you head over there, you'll be able to see all my discount codes, coupons, and stuff like that, since I can't post them here. But yes, my coupon code actually does work on this, and given the fact that this is kind of a high dollar item, you do save quite a bit of money, so it's worth checking out if you want to head over to my website, and I'll link my website down below as well. Okay, so now let's go and talk about the tech specs, details, and features. Now, this is a fairly large scope. As you can see, it's a little bit over 9 inches long, and it's fairly heavy as well. It comes in at just under 40 ounces, 39.6, I believe, is more accurate. So it's pretty big. Now, there's a couple reasons for that. One, it has a 48mm objective, so it's a pretty big piece of glass in here, and with a large objective window, you're obviously going to have a lot of scope body to it. Now, also, go ahead and check this out. I want to thank you guys all very much for watching, and again, I want to thank Optics Planet. Have a great day.
Alright guys, well I'm back today with another mid-tier scope option from Barska. It did have a nice BDC reticle system, good glass, and a really nice eye box for like offhand shooting in and around cars and barriers. Now we're taking a look at the other end of the spectrum, the 6-24x56. And I want to give a huge shout out to Optics Planet for sending this one over with the other one to Thor for us to try out. They actually have these on sale right now, so if you were interested in either one of these at the end of the video, remember to use the coupon code 704TACTICAL for 5% off and check out Optics Planet's site because again, both of these are on sale. Let's take a look at the box to kind of show you some information. You guys can pause it if you want to see anything on there, just in case I missed something in the review. Hopefully I won't. Now let's dig into the scope, how it performed down at the range, and all of its specs and features. So the first thing I want to talk about is its size. Again, this is a very large scope, and a lot of 6-24s I've been reviewing lately are very large. That's just the nature of the beast on how they can get the lens systems to fit in and everything like that. But you can actually remove the sunshade up front and have the scope a little bit smaller if you feel like it's too long. I like using the sunshade, especially shooting in North Carolina in the summer. This helps a lot with sun reflecting off that front lens. I have it sitting on top of this 224 Valkyrie upper assembly from Bear Creek Arsenal, and this seems like it's a good care because the 224 can potentially stretch out to 1,000 yards, so you'll want some high magnification. Now, I reviewed some other scopes around this price range like the Citadel series in the past, and some of my problems was with the Citadel series was the eye box, you know, what you could pick up from behind the optic. The Barska actually has a little bit better eye box than the Citadel series, but I like the Citadel series reticle a little bit better. And also the Citadel series was I believe a first focal plane scope, meaning the reticle zoomed in and out as you zoomed in and out. The Barska right here is actually a second focal plane scope, meaning the reticle system actually stays the same. Thanks for watching, guys.
Hey, what's up guys? This is my review of the Athlon Midas TAC 4-16x44 absolute badass first focal plane scope that is basically designed that I've decided to protect myself and my family from the dead uprising. So this thing has no batteries, great glass, perfect tracking, durable as hell. I know for a fact because I worked a drifter over with this thing this past weekend. Right back to zero, absolute badass. HD glass, perfect tracking, just an incredible scope. All right guys, there's an up close look at the eyepiece. Quick focus, very coarsely threaded, so you don't have to turn it forever to get back to focus, which is pretty freaking nice. All right, there's a look at magnification on 4 power. Obviously, there it is on 10 power. And the zombie killing 16 power. There's a look at the AO set on 10 yards. There it is set on infinity. Now, how cool is that? There's a cover on the winches turret so you don't accidentally bump it, and move your left and right. As you can see, one click equals 1/10 of a mil at 100 meters. Guys, thanks for watching my videos. I appreciate it.
How's it going? I wanted to put a very quick video together for you today on the ATN Thor 4. Bottom line up front, is this optic worth your invested money? A definite yes. This has been phenomenal for me. I'm gonna go over what I've as quick as I can just to keep it brief for you. So when I initially started using this optic, I was using the manual nuke function, which means you just press the power button and it essentially calibrates the image to your ambient environment. That is some of the guidance I actually put in my initial review of this optic because I personally didn't want it to be on auto nuke where it'll automatically do that for you, because I thought, hey, it's gonna be kind of a deal breaker if it flashes when I don't want it to flash and recalibrates the image. I want to kind of update my thoughts on that again after 6 months of use, and now I've switched over to auto nuke. It's been great. It keeps things calibrated for you to where your image looks as best as it possibly can. And as far as it flashing when you least expect it, it actually gives you a warning in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, so you know exactly when it's going to flash. It only lasts about a second, if that, and then you're good to go. Your image quality then is improved based on the scope adjusting for the settings of your ambient environment. Now, when you switch over to auto nuke, it kind of gets rid of the learning curve, which I myself fell victim to when you switch over to thermal. You got to make sure that you are nuking regularly to make sure you have the best possible image. And I'll show you in some footage later in this video where I didn't quite do that. The image quality is definitely not representative of what this unit is capable of. However, when you switch to auto nuke, it kind of takes the thinking out of it. It does it all for you. And I definitely misspoke in my initial use with this, thinking that, hey, auto nuke is a bad thing. I definitely highly recommend just switching it over to auto nuke. One less thing for you to worry about on your hunt, and it's really not an inconvenience for that half second that it flashes and recalibrates the image. So another update, I regularly take photos and videos out of this, and I have yet to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and have a good one, guys.
Hey guys, back out on the bench for you with another scope review today. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Leupold 1.5 to 4 by 20 VX Freedom. This is model number 174177, 1-inch tube, matte finish with the Pigplex reticle. And that is what it looks like there. Now, overall impressions of this scope. I'm impressed. Glass clarity between all the magnification fields is amazing. Eye relief stays consistent through all of it. Let's take a look at the turrets here for you guys. They are marked quarter MOA adjustments. They are not audible, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm not going to be spinning dials on it anyway. So for me, that's not a big deal. They are capped, so once they're set, I'm going to forget them. Like I said, mag ring goes from 1.5 to a 4 power. And as you can see, this is on my SBR lower, so I have finally retired my last red dot, fellas. I no longer have a red dot on any of my primary rifles. I've switched all to magnified optics. It's just one of those things that for me, I've just grown kind of accustomed to it now and can't seem to get myself away from it. But this scope here, roughly about 9.5 inches long, and in this Aero Precision lightweight mount, the whole package is less than a pound, guys. So, I mean, for a tactical carbine, it's spot on perfect. And I'm going to take the camera out of the holder here and see if I can get some shots of the glass